All right, listen up. We're not here today to talk about being born with some magic gift. We're definitely not talking about effortless, natural talent. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are breaking down a blueprint. I'm talking about the exact, relentless, mechanical architecture of how Cristiano Ronaldo engineered himself into an absolute football monster.
I want you to really hear this. No player worked harder. No player believed in himself more. Look, this is the foundational truth you've got to understand before we go a single step further. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become a legend just because of talent. Talent's just potential. It's cheap. He literally built himself into a machine. His greatness is the product of an absolute mechanical obsession. It's about outworking every single person in the room, period, and pairing that sweat with an unbreakable self-belief. So, what exactly made him so unstoppable? And more importantly, how do you actually build that?
Here's our Chalk Talk agenda for today. 1. The obsession to improve. 2. Building the physical machine. 3. Mastering efficiency and reinvention. 4. Ego and the clutch mentality. And finally, number 5, your actionable daily routine. We're going to distill these concepts right down to the stud so you know exactly how to apply this elite blueprint to your own life. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The obsession to improve, working while others rest. So, this is all about what happens when the whistle blows and standard practice officially ends. You know the drill. The average player, they stop the second the clock hits the hour. Practice is over, they're heading to the showers. But Ronaldo? No way. He keeps going. While everyone else is resting, recovering, or clocking out to go play video games, his second shift is just starting. That mentality right there, that flat-out refusal to accept good enough for the day, that is exactly what completely separated him from the rest of the pack.
And look, he wasn't just messing around in that second shift. He was executing highly specific, targeted work. We're talking extra shooting practice just to drill the mechanics deep into his muscle memory. Sprint training when his legs were already heavy, which is a huge physical training tip, by the way, training under fatigue. Weak foot practice to completely eliminate a natural vulnerability. And of course, the extra fitness work. His teammates literally used to tell stories of coming back from a massive Champions League game at 3 a.m., totally exhausted, and finding him in the ice bath, prepping for the next session. If you want the ultimate physical training tip, you isolate your weaknesses and you drill them relentlessly after the mandatory work is done.
Section 2. Building the physical machine. Elite athleticism.
Listen, he didn't just want to be a skilled soccer player. He demanded that his body become a perfectly tuned athlete, capable of withstanding anything and physically overpowering anyone. He focused on very specific engineered traits: explosive speed to just break right away from the pack, incredible jumping ability to completely own the airspace in the box, powerful shooting that goalkeepers literally couldn't even react to in time, and elite stamina, making sure he was just as dangerous in the 90th minute as he was in the first. He trained like a guy completely obsessed with physical perfection. Let me be clear, this wasn't an accident. This was engineered.
So this creates what we call a physiological buildup. Step 1, and this is crucial, it starts in the mind. An absolute obsession over physical perfection. Step 2 is the actual physical training, putting in the heavy hours to build that explosive power and endless stamina through relentless conditioning. And step 3, well, that's the result on the pitch. Because of steps 1 and 2, he could just physically overpower defenders. They weren't just struggling with his fancy footwork. They were physically incapable of stopping him. He was a nightmare to defend because he was simply the superior athlete on the field.
Section 3. Mastering efficiency and reinvention. The goal-scoring instinct.
Now, having the physical machine is great, right? But to become a truly ruthless scorer, you've got to pair that brawn with mechanical intelligence. Great players, they adapt to maximize that intelligence. The young Ronaldo, he relied pretty heavily on flashy skills, step-overs, entertaining the crowd. But as he matured, he shifted gears towards smarter finishing and far better movement. By the time he hit his prime, he'd adopted a highly efficient play style. He cut out all the unnecessary flash and focused purely on being devastatingly effective. He totally mastered the art of reinvention so he could stay on top.
And you see that efficiency most clearly in his box movement mastery. He knew exactly where the rebounds were going to fall. He perfected the exact timing of his runs. He figured out precisely how to lose defenders in tight spaces. Honestly, when you watch him, his positioning makes scoring look incredibly easy. Like he's just magically in the right place at the right time. But let me tell you something right now. Those goals were absolutely not luck. They were pure intelligence combined with thousands and thousands of hours of repetition.
Section 4. Ego and the clutch mentality. Thriving under pressure.
Okay, so you can have the body and you can have the intelligence, but how on earth do you handle the weight of the world when literally everything is on the line? We need to redefine a word here, and that word is ego. For Ronaldo, ego is not some blind, chest-puffing arrogance. No, it is supreme belief. It's the absolute expectation that he's going to step onto that pitch and dominate the match. He always believed he was the absolute best, and that elite mentality directly created his elite performance. That extreme confidence dictated his decision-making, it dictated his movement, and it absolutely drove his finishing.
In that supreme belief, it pays out massive dividends in the big pressure moments, penalties, cup finals, those last-minute goals when the entire team is desperate and out of ideas. Big pressure creates big Ronaldo moments. And here is the real separator. While other players felt fear when the stakes were highest, Ronaldo actively demanded the responsibility. He wanted that massive weight on his shoulders. That clutch mentality is exactly what cemented him as an all-time legend.
Section 5. Your actionable daily routine. The playbook.
All right, we've broken down the architecture. Now I'm talking directly to you. How do you take this elite mindset and actually apply it to your own life, your own training, your own goals? If you want to improve like him, these are your daily pillars of greatness. Number 1, you train consistently, no days off from your standard. Number 2, you actively build your athleticism. You do not just rely on what you were born with. Number 3, practice your finishing daily, whatever finishing means in your specific career or field. Number 4, actively hunt down and work on your weak points. And number 5, develop that supreme, unshakable confidence.
So here are your marching orders, your daily protocol. Step 1, do the consistent work. Show up, especially when you're tired. Step 2, target your weak points. Stop practicing the things you're already good at just because it makes you feel comfortable. Step 3, condition for stamina and athleticism. Build a physical engine that won't ever quit on you under pressure. Step 4, drill your specific skills every single day. Repetition, 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 until your skills look like absolute magic to everyone else. This right here, this is the explainer for your own personal success.
It all builds up to this one unavoidable ultimate truth. Talent helps, but discipline changes everything. You simply cannot be outworked. Think about it. Cristiano Ronaldo became one of the greatest to ever play the game for one incredibly simple reason. He flat out refused to be outworked by anyone, ever. That is the real core lesson of this entire breakdown.
Work harder, believe more, improve every single day. That is the architect's blueprint. So I'm going to leave you with this final, critical question as we close out today's explainer. Look, talent helps, for sure, but discipline changes everything. You've got the playbook now. The only question left is, will you do the work?